Hello, football fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another night of exciting Texas high school football. Tonight, the University Trojans play host to the Belton Tigers. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach Butch Henry. And, Coach, these are two teams that are trying to recover from a bad year a year ago.
Yeah, both of them were very, very poor. To be honest with you, defensively, hope they can improve. But what you've got tonight is size against speed. Belton has three youngsters over 290, and University hopes to counter that with speed. Both teams are pretty inexperienced, so with Bob Shipley at the helm, Belton will get there. It may not be this year, but one of these teams is going to be in the win column when this one's over.
Certainly will. The third member of our crew is Pat Atkins, and he's on the sideline with the head coach of the University Trojans, Keith Willis. Pat?
Thank you, Lark. Coach, I am excited to see the start of the season. I know you're excited about it. I don't know that there's a better place to start a football season than Waco ISD Stadium and the Derek Johnson Heart of Texas Football Classic.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, I've been around the state a little bit, and I'll tell you, I told Coach Tusa this earlier today. When you walk out on that porch right there and you look at, this beautiful new scoreboard and this beautiful stadium without the scoreboard, it's something that kids at little ages, 4, 5, 6, 7th grade, they just aspire to play here. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best venues in the state. The pageantry of football, plus coupled with WISD Stadium, it's hard to beat.
Let's talk a little bit about the season. Obviously, you've got your first year under the belt, but you've got a new offensive system, a new quarterback with Josh Browning. What do you hope to accomplish, particularly in the early games leading into district play?
Well, what we would like to do, Pat, and this is what we've been focusing on, is just being consistent and then creating some confidence. And I think that's what you have to do. This is a good football team. But we got the likes of some kids with some speed. We've got a little bit of upper class leadership, and what we have to do now is gain some confidence. We just have to gain some confidence. I just hope it comes on the 29th of August.
Well, let's talk about the first step in that confidence. Tonight's game, you're facing a Belton Tiger team they are big and strong up front. You've probably got more team speed across the board. What should fans look for in tonight's game?
Well, what our fans should look for tonight is a team that is focusing on us, and that's our theme for this season. We want to focus on us. We want to make sure that we're doing the things that we talk about, which is alignment, assignment, and execution. We want to line up right. We want to know what to do, and then we want to execute that. These are things we've been working on. So that's what the fans can look for tonight. A little bit more wide open offense than you saw with the flex bone, and a defense that's going to run around and try to create turnovers.
Coach, I know you got some guys to talk to. Always appreciate the time. All right. Folks, we will be right back with the second game of the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic right after this message on WISD TV.
A great evening for high school football here at Waco ISD Stadium. We do have a little bit of a strong breeze coming out of the south. That will be going from right to left on your TV screen this evening. There you see the University Trojans getting ready to go through their run-through and make their debut for the 2014 high school football season. Coach, it looks like they got some new uniforms.
Yeah, they look like a big bag of Kingsford charcoal running out there. And on the other side, you see the Belton Tigers. They've worn red helmets as long as I can remember, but not tonight.
Yeah, those uniforms for Belton are somewhat reminiscent of the old uniforms we used to wear at Richfield High School back in the early 70s. It was kind of patterned after the Ohio State uniforms back then under Woody Hayes.
See Derek Johnson and Keith Willis giving each other a big hug down there. It's good to have Derek in the house. It really is.
This is the second game of the Derek Johnson Heart of Texas Kickoff Classic. Game one was held on Thursday. That was between Teague and Lexington, with Lexington being handed a sound defeat at the count of 73 to, I think that's 76 to 33. Sounds like University High School song.
They're wearing yellow t-shirts.
Very yellow. get the Belton school song now, or do we get the national anthem? Belton band starting to chime up over there. We were mentioning the fact that we had a game on Thursday with Teague winning 76-33. Got this game on Friday night. Then the third and final game of this Derek Johnson Heart of Texas Kickoff Classic, Saturday at 7 o'clock kickoff. Waco High taking on the Harker Heights Knights. You can see all those games here on Waco ISD TV several times during the next couple of weeks, as they will replay it several different times this week.
I don't know if people have followed Derek Johnson's career. There's the man right there. Derek Johnson, great career here at Waco High, at the University of Texas, and now with the Kansas City Chiefs. And you saw him in high school just like I did. He's one of the best linebackers I ever saw. Absolutely.
They're showing some of Derek's highlights on the new video scoreboard here. Brand new video scoreboard that the athletic director and all those folks have done their best to try to make that scoreboard be among the best in the nation. It certainly is. There you see the university team watching the Derek Johnson highlights from his career with the Texas Longhorns.
Quite a few highlights, by the way.
DJ there with his family enjoying the contest, enjoying the highlights.
He's been with Kansas City since day one, hasn't he?
Certainly has been. I guess he got a little time off from preseason football to come here for this event. Not sure when Kansas City plays their final preseason game.
Good look at the beautiful university cheerleaders.
Now they're going into some of the professional highlights for Derek with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's definitely one of the most recent Waco ISD graduates to have a very good career in the pros.
I think you have another one out at Baylor right now. The sophomore, Andrew Billings, should be playing on Sundays.
That should be coming up, what, in a couple of years? Is he a junior this year? Sophomore this year? Sophomore this year.
Of course, Damian Thompson has an outstanding career. He has a nephew on this university team, Xavier. You might keep an eye on that running back. Where's number 4?
Also having somewhat of a legacy on the Belton team. The starting quarterback for the Belton Tigers is Shane Stafford. That name should be familiar to those who have been around Central Texas high school football for years, as his dad, Brett Stafford, was an outstanding quarterback at Temple High School, then played his senior year at Belton High School when his dad became the head coach at Belton, and then went on to have a very good career at the University of Texas.
Derek's got a my wireless mic, so I guess he's going to.
Yeah, we're going to hear
I
a
don't
little
think
bit
he's going to sing the national anthem, do you?
I don't know. He'll have a few words for the folks here in attendance.
In 2001, Derek signed with the Texas Longhorns, where he was twice named an All-American. In his senior year, he received the Dick Butkus and the Bronco Nagurski Awards as the outstanding linebacker in college football. In 2005, Derek was chosen by the NFL Kansas City Chiefs in the first round of the draft. He has since participated in 3 Pro Bowls. This past January, he was named the Pro Bowl MVP. Please help me give a standing warm welcome to Waco's very own Derek DJ Johnson.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the 4th annual Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. This really means a lot to me, coming from Waco, showing that passion and that resiliency and fierce hitter to be from Waco, from this town, and to have my own kickoff classic. So all I ask for you guys to play with passion and kick off this season right, baby.
We would like to remind everyone that Derek will be giving away autographed pictures by the North Concession Stand at halftime.
Derek got to go over and Shake the hand of the head coach, Bob Shipley.
Well, you know, Bob was down at Texas for a couple of years,
Certainly
and
was.
till he left this year, and I'm sure he knows Derek quite well.
At this time, please stand for a moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pause, or pray prior to the playing of our country's national anthem. Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors presented by the University High School Junior ROTC Trojan Battalion Honor Unit with Distinction. Tonight's color guard members include Cadets Adrian Jasso, Zachary Rayner, Nikki Vela, Selena Rodriguez. Commanding tonight's color guard is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Brenda Diaz. First Sergeant retired Leonard Montelago Jr.
As the color guard leaves the field, we'll have the captains come to the middle of the field for the coin toss. Captains for the University Trojans tonight are number 4, Xavier Tomlinson, number 18, Joshua Browning, number 33, Anthony Burnall, and number 34, Tyler Daniel. Captains for the Belton Tigers, number 10, Shane Stafford, number 28, Ryan Johnson, number 52, Tevin Jones, and number 60, Sam Hussey. Who's our officials tonight, Coach?
All right, these guys for the Waco chapter. Tom Sood is the referee. Umpire is Pee Wee Adamson. Linesman David Duty. Line judge Pee Wee Derrick. Charles Pee Wee Derrick. Shouldn't have 2 Pee Wees in the game. Back judge is Charles Terrell. There you go.
All we need is Pee Wee Herman. We got the set.
They'd fit right in, these 2 guys.
Hoppy explaining things to everyone. Excuse me, that's Tommy Suits, not Hoppy. Belton wins the toss and will elect to receive. University will take the wind in the first quarter. So when Belton gets the ball, they'll be going from left to right on your television screen. UIL realigned during the offseason. The Belton Tigers bumped up to the new classification 6A, along with Midway, Coppers Cove, Killeen Ellison, Killeen Shoemaker, Harker Heights, and the Killeen Kangaroos.
It's going to be a tough district, as all of them are. But you notice one of the captains for Killeen was a big youngster, Sam Hussey, 293 pounds. They have 3 guys over 290 on this team. So University will be outweighed big time but they think they can offset that with the speed. However, Joshua Browning, the quarterback, this is his first start at the varsity level.
Certainly is. University Trojans now in District 17 5A with their district mate Waco High. Then you also have the Temple Wildcats back in the same district with the Waco schools. Then everybody's heading south for the rest of their district games against Elgin, Hutto, Manor, and the Pflugerville-Conley Cougars. Lining up to kick the ball away for University is Gustavo Ortega. He'll kick it deep. Has the wind behind his back, it kicks it out of the end zone, so Belton will start at their own 25-yard line, Coach? Is that where they bring it out to?
I believe that's correct. And like you mentioned earlier, Shane Stafford will be the man under. He accounted for 15 touchdowns last year, but you know, his dad was a great high school quarterback and did a good job down in Texas. And I'll tell you a little story about him a little bit later on.
Stafford is the quarterback, number 10 in the backfield with him. He has number 32, Davian Peoples. Fake the handoff and keep it himself. Nice move, gets him to the outside. He'll run out of bounds at the 43-yard line, make it the 44. He picks up 24 on the play.
Oh, that's that zone read, and the Trojans went for the fake. They went after the guy they faked to, and Stafford just kept it. You'll take another look at it, and there's a fake. And here comes Stafford. Watch this move right there. A nice move.
Make that a 19-yard pickup on the play. 1st and 10. Throws in the flat. It's complete. A blocker out front. Good job defending for University by DeAndre Marshall to get through there to bring down. Excuse me, that was James McKinney. Brought down Kobe Potvin.
We'll tell our replay guy he's got to be quick tonight because it doesn't take them long to line up.
They made it to the University 42-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle. Nice balance shown there by the running back, Peoples. And Peoples gets it all the way down to the University 20.
Or Davion Peoples is a young man that's only a sophomore. Good size, good speed. There's another look at him. He nearly took that one to the house.
Line up quickly. Send the man in motion. That's Potvin. They'll hand it off to Peoples, and the Purple People Eaters are there. The U-Dog defense had that one smelled out. Dropped him for a 2-yard loss.
Gustavo Ortega, who's also one of the kickers, was in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down and 11. They'll check with the sideline. We'll change the play. Stafford looks to his right, and it's complete. Potvin sidesteps a couple of would-be tacklers, and he'll get into the end zone for the touchdown from 21 yards out. Colby Potvin taking the pass in from Shane Stafford.
Well, they didn't score quite as quick as Teague did last night, but they sure scored very quickly, and that was a nice drive that time. And give a little credit to that coaching staff, because they called some plays that they knew would work, and they did. Here's the touchdown. Nice pass to Stafford. Missed tackle right there by the U-Dogs, and old Potvin takes it in.
Took 5 plays to go 75 yards in 1 minute and 12 seconds. They add on the extra point. So with 10:48 to go in the first quarter, Belton draws first blood. They're on top 7-0.
We're going to get a look at the one more look at this touchdown pass to Stafford. And watch the missed tackle right there. See, just the little things that make a difference. And we're going to get the first look now at University with their new offense under their new coordinator, Ron Burnham, who came over from China Springs. So they'll be running pretty much the same type of offense that China Springs is running. We'll see how young man Joshua Browning handles it. I was going to tell you a quick story about Brett Stafford.
Yes, sir.
Back in 1982, I guess, or 81, we just got a live truck at Channel 6. We did the game. They told me to go to the dressing room interview Bob McQueen and Brett Stafford. That was my first 2 interviews that I'll ever remember. And told Bob McQueen, I'm going to give you a short question. You give me a long answer, and believe you me, he did.
Well,
you know him.
Absolutely. One of the best high school coaches Central Texas has ever seen, not only because of the way he put together championship teams, but the way he handled the media.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Really enjoyed working with Bob.
He reminded me a
McQueen
lot
over
of Grant Taft.
Yes, sir.
Now, Leandre Robertson, the sophomore sensation, is back deep for the Trojans along with Trevon Deaver. But this Leandre Robertson can pick them up and lay them down. I don't know what kind of kickoff we'll see. Not like the kind we saw last night.
Blake Odell doing the kicking for the Belton Tigers. Looks like he may kick it straight away. He's into the wind. He does pop it up in the air. Caught on the far side on a fair catch. Made over there by, well, we've got a 82 on the field, but not an 82 on the roster for the Trojans. We'll find out somewhere along the way who 82 is. The University Trojans get the ball for the first time at their own 28-yard line.
When they throw the football, look for wide receiver Kenneth Wood, wears number 7, to be their go-to guy. But I'm telling you, I'm anxious to see this Leandre Robertson. They said he had a heck of a year last year as a freshman.
He's in the backfield along with the quarterback, Joshua Browning. Hands off to Robertson, and Robertson really can't get anything going. He's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all he's able to get.
Once again, this is a huge, huge Belton team. And I think for University to have success tonight, they're going to have to use their speed and try to get to the outside some and have to mix up the pass and run. They're going to have a hard time, I think, running all tackle.
Actually, that was number 4, Xavier Tomlinson, with the football at the running back spot. Now Robertson joins Browning and Tomlinson in the backfield. And the handoff is mishandled. And good job by Tomlinson to fall on it. But still no gain on the play. The 3rd down and 10. Ball still at the University 28.
Yep, that just was not a good handoff. I'm sure there's a lot of jitters, especially from Joshua Browning with his first start. But we've seen Tomlinson in action last year. If he gets some daylight, he can go now.
3rd down and 10. 3 receivers to the left. Fake the handoff. Browning's throw is in and out of the hands of his intended target, Cadavian Wright. And it's going to be 3 and out for University.
I'd have to see that again, Long, but it looked to me like a pretty good pass. What about you?
I think it went in and out of the hands.
Well, let's look at it right there. You see Browning throwing the ball. Let's see, that ball needs to be caught. That was a good pass, right in the breadbasket.
Back to punt for University is Gustavo Ortega. He handles all the kicking chores. Back deep for Belton is Kobe Potvin, who scored their touchdown so far. Low lining kick. Those are easily returned normally. Potvin has some room, picks up the wall. He's got a crease. It's across midfield and gets it all the way down to the 43-yard line in University territory. Nice return.
Was a good return, but that's, like you say, those line drives are the kind that you can return quite easily. And last year, Belton's defense gave up 46 points per game, and the University gave up right at 40 points per game. So there's one more look at the kickoff return. That was a nice run that time by Colby Poppin. His young man caught the touchdown pass.
Stafford at quarterback. Once again, check with the sideline. Head coach Bob Shipley. Fakes the handoff to Peoples, drops straight back, throws deep. Good job of adjusting on the route by the wide receiver, Bryce Thomas, but just not able to get to the football.
Good defense by Javon Tolliver that time for University, too. Now, one of their best running backs coming into the game tonight was Kayvon Johnson at number 15. I have not seen him on the field yet.
Doesn't mean we won't. 2nd down and 10. Pass in the flat. Lots of running room. Got some speed. Into the end zone for Belton is Brandon Rhodes. A 44-yard touchdown strike from Stafford to Rhodes.
Well, it's not taking them long to get to the other end, I'll say that. So far, I'm pretty impressed with Shane Stafford. He's not a tall youngster. He's only like about 5'10", but he handles his offense very well.
Coach, that was an 18-second scoring drive. Point after put on the board by Blake Odell. And with 8 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the first quarter, Belton extends its lead to 14-0.
I tell you what, the University defense is going to have to make some adjustments. This is going to be a long night. Take another look at it. You're going to see another missed tackle right there. He grabbed him by the arm but could not hang on, and you see him, Rhodes taking it to the house.
.44 yards in 2 plays. Took 18 seconds. Get the touchdown on the 44-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Stafford to Rhodes.
Belton radio here tonight. Dan Ingham doing play-by-play and old Chuck doing the color. In the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic.
Belton's had the ball on 2 possessions, scored both times. They've run only 7 offensive plays, have 119 yards of total offense already. Back deep for the Trojans are DeAndre Robertson and Trayvon Dever. Waiting for the kick from Odell. Pop it up to the far sideline. Once again, it's mystery man, number 82, makes the catch and gets it up to the 30. He didn't fair catch it this time. He got a little bit extra out of it. The Trojans will start at the 30-yard line here on their second possession of the first quarter. You need to move the football, get some first downs here, and keep it away from that Belton offense. As I think you pointed out, both defenses are a little bit suspect.
Yeah, they are. And I know Coach Shepty took over, and you know, he's got a couple of sons and pretty good ball players, doesn't he?
He does.
One of them playing this year for Texas, I believe it's Jackson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jackson's down at Texas, and then Jordan's playing with what, Cleveland? Or
yeah, I think one of
those Ohio deals. That's Robertson on the inside trap. Gets a couple of yards up to the 32-yard line.
See Coach Willis over talking to his defense. I think Belton sure has had an easy time spotting the weaknesses tonight so far in the University defense. And every defense has weaknesses, as you well know.
That they do. Browning has Tomlinson next to him in the backfield, but looking to pass, under pressure, will throw it underneath, and it's tipped and almost intercepted. About to come up with that tip drill was Matt Chapman.
That play right there was doomed from the get-go. It just, Belton sniffed out that screen pass, and they're very fortunate it wasn't intercepted. You'll take one more look at it, and you see Browning. Probably should have been better off throw that ball away because it's nearly intercepted. And the University's actually huddling up.
Brings up a 3rd down and 8. Trojans need to get to the 40 for a first down. Browning looking to pass, steps up underneath the pressure, has some running room, but will not get to the first down as he gets to the 38-yard line. He picks up 6 on the play, but the Trojans are still going to have to punt.
I wish somebody would pick up that towel about the 26-yard line. It's making me nervous.
Did look like a, yeah.
How you say they have to punt? They have a fake punt in their repertoire. I'm not saying they'll use it. I'm not saying they won't either.
Once again, it's Potman who goes back to receive the punt. Ortega has the time, gets off a beauty. Boy, that's a boomer. Going to go all the way down to the 8-yard line, and it makes it into the end zone. I don't know how much that one rode the wind, but he got all of that.
Yeah, he did, and plus he got a good hang time on it. So Belton's going to start back on their own 25-yard line. And it's just the University defense has made some adjustments. I tell you, Belton, I believe they played Temple this year in non-district, if I'm not mistaken. That's a big rivalry. It has been for many years. Back in the, people used to ride the trains to go to those games. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just hearing what I've heard.
I don't see that on their schedule. I see where after this game they play Hendrickson and Stony Point, then they come here to play the Waco Lions.
Okay, all right.
Stafford and Peoples looking to the far sideline. Now timeout going to be called by the Belton Offensive Brain Trust as they want to talk this one over.
The play clock was down to 1 when they called the timeout. So that might be one of the reasons.
They had something to do with it.
Now, University will get to stay at home again next week, and they'll host a pretty new school, Georgetown Eastview. That young lady out there taking some pictures, probably has his son or somebody playing. Everybody's taking pictures.
She doesn't know what it's like to have to go take the film and then go develop the film and then blow up the pictures and all that.
That's old school.
Yeah, all she knows how to do is take that SD card out, put it in the computer, and do all kinds of manipulations with it.
Did you ever have to do 16mm film in a football game, go back and get it processed?
Yes, sir, I did.
Took some time, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I was just at the transition point from film to electronic news gathering. All right, from the 20-yard line, Stafford throws in the flat, complete to Potvin. He's got a first down up to the 32-yard line. He's a pretty good hand, Coach.
I guarantee you, Potvin is a guy that's only 5'9", weighs about $160, but so far he's had a good first quarter.
That's his third catch for 47 yards and a touchdown. Hand off to Peoples. Peoples bounces it outside. He may have another first down as he gets to the opponent's sideline. Out of bounds at the 43, and yeah, they do give him a first down as he picks up 11.
Yeah, Peoples only a sophomore. That young man's going to be a good one. The University's got to do a better job of tackling. That's one thing they have not done well tonight.
3 receivers to the right of the formation. They'll pass it out in the flat, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver. That's Brandon Rhodes, who took one the distance earlier. That is the first second incompletion for Stafford so far.
I tell you what, that 25 or 40-second clock's not going to catch them napping, is it?
No, sir. I'm sure we need that play clock. Little confusion here. They reset the play clock to 25 seconds. Now they have the play set, fake the handoff. Under pressure, Stanford trying to get away, and he just throws a quail out there. He found some open area to be able to dump that one away.
Was he outside the pocket?
He was.
Yeah, he was. That's a smart play.
Live to play another day.
This is a big play here for the U-Dogs. They can stop these guys on 3rd and long.
Straight drop back, looking up the middle. No receivers open, so he takes off and slides up to the 50-yard line, but he's going to be shy of the first down.
Well, you see Stafford right there. He learned a lot of things from his dad. On the last play, he threw it away when he was outside the pocket. That play, he decided to get down before he got hammered. So that's the 2 smart plays. So once again, DeAndre Robinson will be deep for the U-Dogs. I'd sure like to see him catch it with a little running room, see what he can do.
I'm not so sure they're punting because Stafford's the guy that's deep here.
I think
could be one of those quick kicks.
Oh, he's going to kick it.
Yeah, he does a rugby punt and gets the roll out of it. We'll get it up to about the 23-yard line. So the U-Dog defense finally gets a stop, giving the ball back to the offense with 6:16 left to go in the first quarter. Belton with a 14-0 lead.
We'll see what the U-Dogs can do now. Joshua Browning is baptism under fire tonight for that young man.
Has 2 receivers to each side. Tomlinson in the backfield with him. Throws out in the flat and completes that to Kadavian Wright. Wright maybe gets a yard out of it up to the 24-yard line.
He might have made it a little more yardage if he had to bobble the football.
First completion for Browning tonight.
Let's take one more look at it. See, he bobbled it right there. That probably might have cost him a couple of yards, but he was hammered by a bunch of Belton Tigers.
2nd and 9. Handoff goes to Tomlinson, trying to get around the edge. Man, it's tough sledding for the U-Dogs. That was only another 1-yard gain to the 25.
I didn't see Belton play last year, but based on what I've seen tonight, their defense must be vastly improved.
Definitely a little faster than we were under the impression they would be.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8. Looking to pass, and it's complete to Wright, all the way out to the 43-yard line, and the University Trojans have their first down of the night.
So Davian Wright, that's the same play that they tried earlier that he dropped the football that time. He made a good catch. So look at Browning. This is a nice throw, sets his feet, threads the needle.
18 yards on the pickup to get the first down. We got somebody way offsides over here, Coach. Now he backs up. Dever, who started to line up offside, trying to get around the corner, Robertson. And Robinson gets it up to the 49-yard line. He picks up 6 on the play.
That's a nice tackle that time by B.P. White. That's what it has on the program, just initials only. So I don't know what the BP stands for. Billy Paul, I guess. I don't know.
2nd down and 4. Actually, they marked it at the 48, so 2nd and 5. Lone receiver to the far side is Kenneth Woods. The snap goes beyond the quarterback. Browning chases it down and will just cover it up. And, Coach, they're all the way back to where they started this drive at the 23.
They went from 2nd 5 to 3rd and a whole bunch. That's all I can tell you. Somebody missed the boat on that deal. Nobody was ready for that snap except the center, I don't think.
Lost 25 yards on that, Coach.
You don't have many plays in your repertoire that's for 3rd and 30, I don't think.
No, you don't. Unfortunately, Mr. Browning gets the discredit for all that loss. He's the one that was able to get to it. 3rd and a bunch. Hoping that Tomlinson can pick up some of it. He's able to get up to about the 27-yard line, but that's it. He picks up 4. Brings up a 4th, 25 facing the Trojans.
Ortego needs to get off another little booming punch like he got last time with a lot of hang time, because if not, you bet your boots Potvin can pick them up and lay them down. We've already seen that.
Put Matt Chapman in kind of as a shortstop, just in case they try to roll it. He gets a good foot into it, sends a sailor all the way down to the 29-yard line. Potvin fumbles it, but he's able to get back on top of it at the 36. He got about a 6-7 yard return out of a ball that he fumbled, but he's able to get to it.
Goes to show you it's a game of inches. There were 3 U-Dogs right there. None of them could get the football. That would have been a big turnaround if they could have.
Well, good news for the Trojans. The offense held on to the ball for 3 minutes and 53 seconds in that drive and picked up their first down. But Belton has the football with a 14-0 lead and 2:23 left to go in the first quarter. At their own 36-yard line. Stafford keeps the ball, gets up to the 38, pick up a 2.
Getting up off the bottom of the pile that time for you dogs was Tyler Daniels. Nice tackle.
Send Potvin in motion, fake the handoff to Peoples, throws it to Potvin. He gets a block on the outside. Almost sidesteps one would-be tackler, but coming up to finish him off is James McKinney.
Looks like the U-Dogs were a bit confused that time before the snap as to where everybody is supposed to be.
Got it out to the 41-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup. Brings up a 3rd and 5. It looked like we had a procedure call against Belton as they started that play, and we got our first flag of the night.
Snap. False start on the offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Tom did a good job on that. By the way, linebacker, one of the linebackers at the university, wears the number 8, Bobby Browning. They called him Caveman.
Caveman.
Yes, sir.
3rd and 10 facing Belton here from the 36. Stafford throws across the middle to Potvin. He has the first down and much more as he's into Trojan territory. Takes it all the way down to the 37-yard line of the Trojans.
I tell you, that Potvin showed me something this first quarter. I think nice pass that time for Stafford too. Potvin just a little shaking and baking, finally brought down by James McKinney.
Wide receiver screen. Rhodes knocked out of bounds as he approaches the 30-yard line. Picked up 6 on that play. Picked up 23 on the previous. In the hurry-up offense. They'll throw it the opposite side. That one's not a lateral. That was a forward pass. It is incomplete.
You know who was there to help break that up? Caveman.
Caveman.
Caveman was there. So I'm sure they're in 4-down territory here. I wouldn't imagine Belton, but University needs to force some type of turnover. Keep them out of that end zone.
Once again, they throw it out in the flat, but whistles before the play gets going. And once again, we're going to have procedure called against Belton.
Well, one of their offensive linemen on this side moved a little bit. I saw it. I didn't see his number. He probably didn't want it called anyway.
Third and 9 at the 35-yard line. Stafford rolling to his left, being chased, will throw it up the sideline, and it is complete. Great catch on that far side, having to reach behind his back to come up with the football. First catch of the night for number 5, Tony Mudrew.
Tony spelled T-O-N-E-E. That's unusual spelling for Tony. There's another look at it. I thought they had him right there, but he squared his shoulders up. And what we got over here?
Well, maybe we got a penalty.
I think we do. See old Tom Suit tell us what it is.
Ineligible receiver downfield. So erase that one.
That was a big call that time. That's huge for the Trojans.
So that brings up a 4th down and 9 from the 35. Stafford looks to his left, flush from the pocket, finds a crease on the near sideline. He's got some running room. He's got the first down and will run out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Pretty good escape artist there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, he was looking left, nothing there. He came back to the right and just made some good moves. And they old Shane's
making a pretty good hand. As you see him come back against the grain, and you don't see many. Here he comes again, live action.
Those overthrows his intended target there. He shows just how strong he is by being able to be a right-handed quarterback rolling to his left, and how much strength he puts on that pass. That's not easy for a right-hander to do. Second and 10 from the 14. Looks for the end zone and has his man complete to number 80, Bryce Thomas, for the third touchdown pass of the night for quarterback Shane Stafford.
I have to see that again to see how he got wide open. Javon Tyler, young sophomore from University, was out there on the coverage. If you want to call it coverage, there wasn't much coverage to it.
Just a nice little juke step got him free is what I saw. Extra point is on the board. 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and Belton has extended its lead to 21-0.
And take another look at it. You'll see. We won't see how he got open, but there he is right there. Nice pass. Nice catch. You've heard that fight song before, hadn't you?
Yeah, once or twice. Took them 2 minutes to go. 64 yards in 7 plays and get on the scoreboard on that 14-yard pass from Stafford to Thomas. Got Stafford now 8 for 14 for 137 yards.
Good look at the Trojan cheerleaders and the crowd behind them. They need something to cheer about. You dogs gotta get something going here pretty quick. They had a good drive going, and then the bad snap really pushed them back big time. How many times do we see bad snaps out of the shotgun a year?
At least, yeah, 12, 14.
Yeah.
University's student section trying to get the U-Dogs fired up. Still get the football here with just a few seconds left in the first quarter. Once again, Blake Odell makes the approach to the football. Kicks it to the far side. Catch made there. Up to the 31-yard line is about all he'll get.
I guess that's their MO tonight on the kickoff, because they've kicked it the same place every time, trying to keep it away from Robinson and Deaver back there.
Got 20 plays run by Belton so far for 217 yards. Meanwhile, University has run 12 plays for just 13 yards.
All right, there goes that U-Dog offense if they're going to get something going. Got Tomlinson back in the backfield this time.
Just one receiver to the far side, that's right. A delayed handoff to Tomlinson, but Coach, that did not develop very well. Matter of fact, they lose 6 yards back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a draw play that just didn't look good from the get-go. It just didn't look good. That's the end of the quarter, Lauren.
That is the end of our first quarter of play. Tigers lead the Trojans 21-0. Let's check in with our third member of the crew, Pat Atkins, down on the field.
Lark, I am down here with Central Texas athletic legend and the namesake of the Derek Johnson Heart of Texas Kickoff Classic, Mr. Derek Johnson. And Derek, thank you for coming out tonight. Obviously, you played a lot of years at Waco High, went on, became an All-American at the University of Texas. What are some of your favorite memories of playing for Coach Tusa and the Lions?
Oh, man, it's something about coming out that huddle, coming out that tunnel, playing for the Waco High Lions. It's about that Lions pride, and I always keep that in my heart till this day. But some of my most memorable time were when I had a 20 tackle game and I had a 30 tackle game the next week. So I had 50 tackles in 2 weeks. So it's one of those things where you look back on it and all the hard work paid off.
Obviously now all-pro linebacker of the Kansas City Chiefs. You guys got off to a great start last year, 9-0. What do you think about this season in Kansas City?
Well, it's great. We have a great opportunity to do some great things. We had a pretty good year last year, then finished the way we wanted to. Our motto this year is to finish everything, finish every play, finish every game. So if we do that, we'll be a pretty good team this year.
I got one more question for you. Obviously, the last couple of years, I've gotten to know your family quite a bit. Your sister's a principal in the community. You and your brothers do a lot. I know through the foundation. What all do y'all? How did y'all come up with this sense of community?
Well, it's always good to give back. My mom instilled a lot of education in me and a lot of moral values that mean a lot about giving back. If you're blessed, you got to bless others. And she raised us in a good, strict home. She was a school teacher for 40 years. So Ms. Johnson had taught us at a young age, you have to give back. And to come back and give back to the town of Waco, it means a lot to me, man. I love coming back here. I kind of want to suit up and get out there and at least play one more play, but I think they'll notice if I sneak out on the field.
I think they probably would. Appreciate your time. I know part of that giving back is you're going to be signing autographs here at halftime, and I'll let you get up there, but I appreciate it. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Derek. Trojans almost fumbled the football, but the ball went out of bounds, and Brown was able to pick up 2 yards on that. Tomlinson just was able to get it across the 30 to the 32-yard line for a 5-yard gain, but the Trojans are going to have to punt again. Coach, they've only had 1 first down in the first quarter plus a few minutes. Punt is away. This one into the wind, but still is a nice deep punt. Will go into the end zone, so Belton will get the ball at their own 20-yard line in their first possession of the second quarter with 11 minutes left to go in the period.
If you take away that first line drive punt or take a punted, the rest of his kicks have been very good. That was one heck of a kick there, distance-wise, against that breeze.
Saying Stafford brings his Tiger offense back onto the field. They've rolled up 217 yards of total offense in the first quarter. Check with the sideline before they run the play. Play clock is down to 6. Handed off on the flanker sweep. Good job of staying home and getting off a block by University's Bobby Browning.
Bobby Browning, better known as Caveman. They say he is their best linebacker. He's around the football most of the time. Uh-oh, we got a problem here.
Rhodes picked up 3 yards on that previous play, and apparently
The Trojans sent in a substitution, but the other guy didn't have a chance to get off the field in time. Against Belton, they don't mess around back there.
no, sir. Does the defense have to be given time? Well, they say it's a substitution infraction against University. That's going to be their first penalty of the night. Going to make it a 2nd down and 2 from now the 38 or 28-yard line. Stafford looks to pass, has Rhodes across the middle. Rhodes gets by the first would-be tackler and takes it outside the 45 up to the 47-yard line.
Anthony Bernal finally corralled him, but too late. He already made the first down. Take another look at it. There it is. Back to live action.
Picked up 19 on that one. Handoff goes to Peoples. You almost forget about that guy back there, but he's such a battering ram. He'll pick up yardage just running over people.
If you get a chance, look at the big old offensive lineman for Belton, number 77, Zach Shackelford, 6'4", 284. He's one of the top juniors in the state of Texas.
On the Waco 46, Peoples gets it again and only gets a yard out of it this time. He's going to be a little shy of the first down after those 2 carries by Peoples of 7 yards and 1 yard, plus there's a flag on the play. Tommy Suits talking to the university captains. See what they want to do here. Going to move them back 10 yards. Tommy will tell us what the penalty was for. It's holding.
On the offense, number 77, 10-yard penalty. We play second down.
I just got through talking about old Zach Shackelford, and then they caught him for holding.
So we got a 2nd and 13. On the 44-yard line, the pass is deflected but still caught on the far sideline. Great job of concentration by Bryce Thomas to take in that pass.
That was a nice pass that time and a nice catch.
Down to the University 20. They picked up the University 40. Pass outside to Taylor. Taylor draws a crowd as he gets up to about the 37-yard line.
And on the tackle for the U-Dogs that time is Mason Goffinet.
They only picked up 2 on that pass play to Taylor.
I tell you, I feel sorry for a replay guy. You don't have time to show replay.
No, you don't. Hardly have time to write down the plays. On the counter handoff, Peoples. Not a whole lot of room. Good job of staying at home in the defensive line by Andy Sesteta.
That was a nice tackle. Oh, Andy's only a sophomore. Now, there's not many seniors on this U-Dog team. Who called timeout? Belton? It was an injury. Jerry Williams got out there pretty quick. A little quicker than I thought he could.
Maybe that'll give me a chance to
catch up. Huh?
Catch up.
Just like last night on the first game, we've seen very few cramps in these games, and I thought we'd see more than we have. Jerry Williams, long time trader out at University High School. Asked him where he went to school. He'll proudly tell you Southwest Texas. That's what it's not called that anymore. He said, yeah, it is, too. I don't know if this is a cramp or a sprained ankle, but it looks like it's Sebastian Bravo coming off and a little help from Jerry.
I'm almost caught up, Coach. Almost. Took an injury timeout to do it, though. 3rd and 6. From the 36 in University territory. Stafford fakes the handoff. The pass is in and out of the hands. Good defense on the part of the University Trojans. They were all over Elijah Taylor.
You know who made the initial hit? Yep.
Caveman.
Caveman, Bobby Browning. So if you're Coach Shipley, what do you do here? They're going to line up. You don't know whether he's going to punt it or what's he going to do with it. I don't think he'll kick it. I
don't think so. Not with that running back there with him. On 4th and 6. The pass is complete for the first down to Tony Muldrew. His second catch gives the Tigers a first down.
And they're lined up again. Doesn't take them long.
They picked up 12 on the pass. Peoples up the middle, makes his own way, and then carries a bunch of people inside the 15-yard line. I think he picked up another first down with that run.
You know, Coach Shipley had a lot of confidence in Stafford on that 4th down play, throwing the football. He knew he could do it.
Rhodes on the flanker sweep, unable to get the corner turned. Maybe gets a couple of yards down to the 12-yard line.
Old Caveman in on tackle, lost the shoe. Yeah, I believe he's going to come off the field right now. Somebody's going to replace him, or they're going to call a timeout. I think they called a timeout because they only had 10 on the field. They had enough trouble stopping that offense with 11.
So the clock stopped with 7:49 left to go in the first half. Belton with a 21-0 lead. All the University Trojans, they've led pretty much from the get-go as they got the ball first and went 75 yards in 5 plays. Just took a minute 12 of the first quarter clock to get on the board on a 21-yard pass from Stafford to Potvin. University was 3 and out on their first possession. Belton took advantage of that, going 44 yards in just 2 plays and scoring on a pass from Stafford to Rhodes. And we're ahead 14-0 with 9:17 left to go in the first quarter. University, after a couple of, well, the two teams traded punts. Trojans finally picked up their first down of the game, but could not do anything after that. Belton took over at their own 36-yard line and went 64 yards in 7 plays. Took 2 minutes to get a touchdown pass to Thomas of 14 yards to have their 21 points here in the first half. They face a 2nd down and 8 with the ball on the 12-yard line, looking to add to their lead. Looking across the middle, the pass is incomplete. Intended for number 80, Bryce Thomas.
I see Sebastian Bravo, the young man that came limped off a while ago. I see Jerry Williams down there. Look like he's retaping his ankle.
Take the handoff, throw for the corner, and it's thrown a little too far.
I believe University was offside though, so they'll get a 5 yards on this one. All right, Tom, tell us about it.
Defense, number 52, 3-yard penalty, 3rd down.
They did check on his microphone at halftime. It's cutting out a little bit.
Yes, sir. They need a new battery. So 3rd down and 3. Full house backfield, handed off to Peoples. He's got a hole and he's into the end zone for the touchdown from 7 yards out.
Number 32, Peoples on the touchdown.
First rushing touchdown of the night for the Belton Tigers. Pretty nice drive there put together by the Tigers. They overcame a couple of penalties in the drive. Still able to keep it alive and make it into the end zone.
Well, this is for the 28th point of the night.
Odell puts it through. 7 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in the first half, and Belton extends their lead to 28-0.
Coming up at halftime, folks, going to get to see both bands, University Trojan Band under the direction of Archie Haddon III and the Marching 100 Band from Belton. If you hadn't seen these guys, when they say Marching 100, there's at least 100 of them, and they do a good job. You'll see 2 good halftime performances.
That was a 13-play drive, Coach.
Yeah, it was a nice drive. Mixed up the pass and the run.
Yeah, went 80 yards in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. And the first rushing touchdown of the night with Peoples going in from 7 yards out.
I think it's imperative if you dogs want to stay in this football game. They need to mount some type of drive here and get some points on the board before halftime.
Still got 7.5 minutes left the first half, and I've got Belton with almost 300 yards of total offense. 33 plays, 298 yards.
Teague had that much last night in the first quarter, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They had 35 points at the end of the first quarter.
Well, let's see if the kickoff's going to remain like it has all night, just for them high kicks. No, a little different this time. Oh, we might get a return here now.
That's Dever with the ball. Tripped up as he gets to the 25-yard line and falls ahead to the 28.
I'd like to take one more look at it. There he is. That is Trayvon Deaver. Made a pretty nice return. University got decent field position, but they're down 28-0. They need to get something going here offensively.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for the Trojan offense. 16 yards in 16 plays so far for the U-Dog offense. They've only picked up 1 first down so far. Robertson, the receiver to the far side along with Woods. They hand it off, though, to the running back, Tomlinson, on the delayed draw, and Tomlinson will get maybe a yard out of it to the 29.
I know it's a delayed draw, but it just looked like it developed too slowly, like that draw play earlier. It just didn't develop quick enough. You take another look at it, there's Tomlinson, good little running back, but boy, that's a nice tackle by Ryan Johnson that time.
Got to be a little crisper.
Yep. And maybe this is his first game, and they didn't have spring training. Remember that. They didn't have those 2 days, 2 weeks in the spring.
Browning rolls to his right, throws, and it's in and out of the hands of his would-be target. We'll find out at halftime who number 82 is.
Jeremiah Walker was the intended receiver that time, another sophomore on this team. So future looks pretty bright for these U-Dogs, I would think, with a lot of underclassmen.
Browning is just 2 of 5 passing so far for 19 yards. He has 3 receivers to his left. Whistle at the snap, and the procedure going to be called against University.
You expect, I guess, quite a few penalties on the first game of the year, both teams, but it hadn't been that bad so far.
Certainly hasn't. I think that's only the 2nd penalty against University, and both of them have been of the 5-yard variety. So it's 3rd and 14 at the 24. 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go, second quarter. Trojans trail 28-0. One lone receiver to the far side is Deaver. Browning winding up, looking deep, will run with the football now. His speed will help him get very close to the first down sticks, but he is unceremoniously knocked out of bounds. Outstanding hit on the far side.
That's a nice run by Joshua Browning. Nobody open. He just went outside, picked up some good yardage, good speed that time. So Trojans still got a little life going right now.
16-yard pickup. Gets the first down. That's the longest play from scrimmage tonight for the University offense. In fact, that almost doubled their offensive output with that one run. They get up their 2nd first down. Full house backfield now with both Robinson and Tomlinson in the backfield, and Tomlinson has the football, looks for a cutback lane, nothing there. Good job of staying on his feet. He's only able to scramble back to the line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, that's a good pursuit by Belton that time. Hunter Garrett finally made the tackle, but there's nowhere to go that time for Tomlinson. I mean, all the lanes were cut off. He couldn't go the outside. There it is.
Unofficially, I have him with 8 carries for just 6 yards. Robinson with 2 carries for 7 yards. Despite the 16-yard run by Browning, he's carried it 5 times for a net of 1 because he's had some losses. Drops back, looking to pass across the middle. Trying to buy himself some time, but unable to do so, and he's sacked for the first time tonight.
That might be one of those coverage sacks, reckon?
Yeah, I think you're right.
He had plenty of time back there, and I guess just good coverage on part of the Belton secondary. So once again, University, they keep shooting themselves in the foot. Now they got a 3rd and long situation. You can see Browning right there looking. Nobody there. He said, I'm going to try to get out of this mess, but boy, he was brought down. Nice tackle that time by Osborne Suiti or something like that, however you want to say it.
Close enough.
Oh, Ozzie made a good tackle.
5:10 left to play in the half. Trojans trying to pick up a first down here. Browning sidesteps the pursuit, throws upfield, and it is complete. Robinson makes the catch near midfield. It's going to be a little shy of the first down, though, Coach.
I think you go for it in this situation. I really do.
Got to get to midfield, so it's 4th and 1.
Exactly what play you call, I don't know, but you've got to go for it.
Picked up 16 on that pass.
Might want to call a timeout and think about it. Now, they're sitting in the punting unit. They still need some more people out there. If they punt it. I don't think they'll punt it.
Timeout.
Yeah.
They didn't have the right personnel on the field, so they'll burn one of their timeouts, and they got one more left according to the scoreboard. Mentioning the scoreboard, brand new scoreboard here at Waco ISD
It is
Stadium.
really beautiful. It really is. If you folks that haven't got out here to see it, you need to check it out. It's I tell you what, for high school stadium, it's a beautiful scoreboard. Folks having a good time out here tonight. Nice weather, a little warm, but not as hot as it has been.
Now that scoreboard would come in handy in my living room tomorrow when college football kicks off at 7:30 in the morning.
You must have a huge living room.
Yeah. Penn State is playing in Dublin, Ireland. I can't remember who they're playing.
Probably Dublin.
No, they're playing another America team, but they're playing.
Well, why are they going over
They're
there?
kicking off at 1:30 in the afternoon over in Dublin, which is 7:30 in the morning Waco time. You can get up and watch football from 7:30 in the morning till sometime after midnight tomorrow. And there'll be nothing but constant football games in any number of those sports channels, from ESPN to ESPN2 to Fox 1 to Fox Sports Southwest, you name it. There's football all day tomorrow. We've got football here as well. Trojans line up for the punt, and they do punt it away. It's a high sidewinder. Belton sent nobody back to cover it, and the Trojans will down it at the 24-yard line. So Belton gets the football with 4:11 left to go in the first half, leading University 28-0.
Would you have punted that football? Yes or no?
No. Although I do have some gambling debts.
But you know what? They've had a hard time stopping this Belton offense.
Certainly have.
They can't give up any more points and expect to get back in this game.
Shane Stafford, the quarterback, as with him in the backfield, Davian Peoples. And we're moving to his left side. And the receiver in motion, that's Potvin, who takes the handoff. And good job from one of the Trojans there on defense. Slid off of his would-be blocker and made the tackle.
That Trojan happened to be Tyler Daniel that time, one of the few seniors on this team. You watch old Tyler coming in the screen here, number 34. Really makes a nice tackle. There he is.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and back to pass, and completing it to Potvin this time, and they've got 15 yards out to the 40.
I tell you right now, Stafford is just picking apart this University defense. That's all you can say about it.
Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Hands it off to Peoples, and Peoples gets as much yardage as he can. Looks like he picks up 3 out to the 43.
Finally brought down by the kicker, Gustavo Ortego.
That is Peoples' 8th carry of the night for 60 yards and a touchdown. Stafford keeps the ball this time. He has the first down into Trojan territory, up to about the 48-yard line.
Once they set the chains, the clock will roll. Probably under 3 minutes when they snap this next play.
Stafford's 5th carry of the night for 57 yards. Peoples with the football, got some blockers around the corner. Goes out of bounds at near the 38-yard line. I believe he's going to have another first down for the Belton Tigers.
You dogs really need to keep them out of the end zone on this drive.
Timeout called.
They've already got a pretty big hill to climb down 28 to zip. You don't want to get down 35. That's for sure. There's people, I tell you, I'm impressed with that young man. He's got good vision back there.
Not quite the stout bowling ball that we saw from Lexington last night.
He's only a sophomore. We'll be hearing more about him, I would imagine, next couple of years.
Certainly will. Again, this is the second game of the Derek Johnson Central Texas Kickoff Classic. First game was played on Thursday night. That was between Lexington and Teague. Teague comes away with a 76-33 win there. Then tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock here at Waco ISD Stadium, we'll have Waco High opening their season against Harker Heights. All those games to be replayed here on Waco ISD TV. If you can't stick around to watch all of this one, just check the listings at wacoisd.org, and you can find out when the games will be replayed. It was an injury timeout, so it's a 1st and 10 from the 38 for Belton. Stafford looks across the middle and overshoots his target, looking for Thomas again.
That's probably the worst pass he's thrown tonight.
Let him just a little bit too much. My unofficial statistics now having that 13 for 22 for 203 yards and 3 touchdowns. And off to Peoples. Look at he lost the football. He's got some great balance, but he lost the football in the process, and looks like he had a teammate there to possibly recover it up. Still a scrum for the football.
Yep. That's 2 fumbles that the university had an opportunity to recover tonight, and they have not done it.
They say that Belton kept possession of the football. They'll be at the 32-yard line after the 6-yard gain. And off to Peoples. He gets only to the 31-yard line. I'm trying to figure out why they gave him a first down, Coach. Was there a change of possessions there?
I don't think so.
Well, that shouldn't have been a first down because he had to get to the 28 to get a first down. So that's the only reason that could have been 1st and 10. I'm confused. Peoples gets the handoff. Clock is down inside the 2-minute mark.
That's the first time we've seen Elijah Taylor carry the football tonight, I believe.
They've tried to throw it to him a couple of times. He got about 3 yards on the play. 3rd down. Stafford rolling to his left, tries to square the shoulders, throws, and it is complete. That's Hagan Tibbetts who makes the catch and gets the ball inside the 5, right to the 5-yard line.
Well, when University punted on that 4th and 1 a while ago, then it gave Belton an opportunity, and they got another good drive going. You dogs got to bow the neck. They take another look at Stafford that time. Back to live action.
Picked up 23 on the play. We got a new running back in the game. Trying to get it into the end zone is C.J. Jones, but he's going to be held shy by a yard.
They got a BP, they got a C.J., they got a lot of initials on this team.
Certainly do. Jones remains in the backfield. See if he gets the football again. No, they'll hand it off to the tailback. And getting into the end zone is Taylor. Elijah Taylor gets his first touchdown of the season on the ground with the 1-yard plunge. Ups the score to 34-0 with just 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
I don't know how good this Belton offense is. I don't know how good this University defense is. I just know Belton offense is moving the ball at will tonight. That's all I'm telling you.
Once again, the extra point is put on the board. So it goes to 35-0. That was an 11-play drive that went 76 yards and took 4 minutes and 14 seconds, capped by that dive into the end zone by Elijah Taylor.
Elijah, you know, with Midway and Cove in that district, that's going to be a go down the wire, I would imagine, as far as the district winner. I think Belton could be in the hunt. They could. I don't know.
It's going to be tough.
Well, if you're the Trojans now, 57 seconds left, you're down 35-zip. You just going to try to get to halftime and regroup or what? Be nice if they could return this kickoff for about 70 or 80 yards. And I see Jeremiah Walker is one of the deep men. Not a deep man, but one of the up men, because that's where they've been kicking it.
Is that who 82 is?
No, it's 22.
Oh. I'm still trying to figure out who 82 is.
We'll call him the mystery man.
We'll find out at halftime. Again, stay around during halftime as we will show you the performance of both bands, the Belton Band and the University High School Band. Kick it short to the far side. And a fair catch made by Kenneth Woods. It's the first time he's touched the ball tonight,
Yes,
isn't it, Coach?
it is. And he's probably their best receiver, but he hadn't been able to get the football. You just run out the clock here, you try to go for the gusto.
Well, you just got to run your normal plays. At this point, you're just trying to get some reps, learn what your capabilities are, and you want to take care of the football. You don't want to be down 42-0 at halftime.
No.
Just take care of the football.
See Pat Atkins down there with a Johnny Tusa. It may be a little halftime interview, may not be.
Quarterback Joshua Browning hands off to Xavier Tomlinson. Tomlinson finds a little bit of a crease and some running room. He is all the way out to midfield. Nice job by Xavier Tomlinson.
That will stop the clock, set the change, and according to the scoreboard, unofficially, University has one timeout left.
20-yard pickup on that play. For Tomlinson, that's the biggest gainer of the night now for the Trojans. Browning rolls one way and decides to take off with the football and gets out of bounds in Belton territory.
Brought down by number 52.
Gets it out to the 46-yard line.
But he had the presence of mind to get out of bounds and stop that clock. That was a nice tackle by Tevin Jones that time.
I have him with 7 carries on the night, with a negative 2 yards because of some losses. One of those was 26 yards they lost on a bad snap. Play clock is down to 13 as they break the huddle. 32 seconds left on the game clock. Browning has his receivers set. Looks up the middle, steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Kenneth Woods, just a little off target.
Yeah, it was quite a bit behind Kenneth Woods. He was open kind of across the middle on a little slant pattern, but was not to be. They still have 27 seconds left. They still have a couple of downs. They're certainly in 4-down territory here. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
3rd down and 6 at the Belton 46-yard line. Coach, is this their first foray into Tiger territory? I can't remember them being in this end of the field offensively tonight until now.
May not have been.
Quick slant, just a little too far. Led his receiver is unable to catch up to it.
I'm just a little disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing this Leandre Robertson. Heard good things about him as a freshman. Seeing if he can get loose tonight. He has not been able to so far. He's just a sophomore, but maybe he will before the night's over.
4th and 6, 22 seconds left on the clock. Trojans trying to make something out of this last possession of the first half. Woods, the farthest receiver to the near side. They send Robinson in motion to put 2 receivers to the left side. Browning will take off and lose the football. It is picked up by big number 86 for the Belton Tigers, Quay Harvey. And on 4th down, the ball goes over to Belton.
Oh, Quay said, boy, I got my chance. They couldn't get in the end zone. 11 seconds left. I'm not going to say anything, but I'd assume they just nail this ball and go to halftime with a 35-zip lead. Don't take a chance anybody getting hurt or anything.
That's the first turnover of the game. Belton's put the ball on the ground twice, but able to recover it. They will go into victory formation and just take the snap and take the knee, and they'll run out the first half. So it's been all Belton here in the first 24 minutes of this contest as they score 5 touchdowns to take a 35-0 lead over the University Trojans. Trojans need to shore up their defense a little bit at the half, Coach.
I would say they need to shore it up quite a bit. Yes, they do. I think Pat Atkins does have Coach Tusa with him.
Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Pat Atkins.
Lark, I am down here with Waco ISD Athletic Director Johnny Tusa. Johnny, obviously folks know this is a popular venue for playoffs, not only for our games during the regular season, but we do a lot during the postseason here at WISD Stadium.
Yeah, Pat, we have a fantastic location. We're right off of I-35. We were the most used high school stadium in the playoffs last year with 12 playoff games, second only to Jerry's World there in Dallas. And so we're thrilled with the fact that we have a first-class facility and we invite first-class venues into this stadium, and it's just been a big boost for the district. It's been a big boost for our athletic programs, and we're just excited about the fact that we've been able to keep this on the top shelf.
Well, part of keeping this on the top shelf is this new scoreboard over our shoulder. Obviously, folks are always concerned about the cost of something like that, but you really got the community to come out and support this and pay for the scoreboard.
That's exactly correct. You know, when we ventured into this, knowing that it was it was a financial expense, and we're well aware of taxpayers' money. We're well aware of the fact that we want to do things as economically as possible, but to keep us going and to move us ahead and keep this as an outstanding venue, we had to do something, and we were able to do this with sponsorship. The community turned out. Obviously, Bush's Chicken was a big part of this, and got us on the scoreboard, so to speak. No pun intended, but it's been a plus. We've had a lot of positive comments, and it's only going to get better. We hadn't scratched the surface with it yet.
Well, with all those sponsorships, it literally pays for itself in the next 8 to 10 years.
That's correct.
And we've talked about the playoff venues, but this isn't just a football venue. There's a lot of other things going on here in the stadium throughout the year.
We have state championship soccer teams playing out here. University High won the state championship 2 years ago. They play out here. We've had marching band contests out here. We have other venues. Baylor's had some venues out here for different clubs and organizations. And, of course, you know, we have baseball and softball in this complex. And this place was used more than 300 times last year. The rent goes back into the general fund, and we're just thrilled to host. And we're a high school community here, and we do things for the high schools that very few people do.
We appreciate all your hard effort. And folks, we want you to sit back and enjoy the Belton Tiger Band as they now take the field.
First Senior Lieutenant Natalie Davis. Second Lieutenant Monica Bouval. Lieutenants Gabby Gwynn, Jasmine Ping, and Madison Tucker. The Magic Bell of the week is Marissa Hill. The Magic Bells are under the direction of the Bella Bells, Rachel Hill. Tonight, the Magic Bells will be performing an awesome kick routine to a famous song by the rock group Journey. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your Magic Bells with Any Way You Want It. To the field of Belton High School, marching 100. The marching 100 is led on the field by head drum major Brandon Cooper. Assistant drum majors Ashley Combs and Leah Jones. Each week, the directors choose outstanding sections and individuals to honor for their hard work and dedication to the marching 100. The section of the week is the color guard. Upperclassman of the week is Rachel Clemens. Freshman of the week is Cameron DeHart. And guard member of the week is Mila Moore. Congratulations. Tonight, the Marching 100 will be performing the first two movements of their UIL show entitled Nautical Adventures. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Marching 100 with Nautical Adventures. your seat and on your feet for the Big B and Tiger Fight Song. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Marching 100 Color Guard and Magic Bells. Directors for the Marching 100 are Scott Dudley, Frank Nelson, Brandon Knight, and Jan Haney. For your attention and your support this evening. Good work.
Now into the field to entertain you is the 2014-15 University High School Mighty Trojan Marching Band. Your band is under the direction of Mr. Archie Manhattan IV and Miss Callie Frederick King. And brand new to our team, Mr. Jesse Oliva. Assisting with the band, the University High School teachers Jacqueline Cordova and David Dernier. Your senior drum major is Dakota Turner, junior drum major Fee Cow, and junior drum major Mark Perez. We would like to thank all of the parents and family of these fine young musicians. The Mighty Trojan Band will perform for your hearing pleasure a moving and mysterious tune entitled Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen from our 2014 marching show, Transformation. Drum majors, is your band ready? Now enjoy the sound of the Mighty Trojan Marching Band.
Now, Trojan fans, get up and cheer.
Trojan Band as they perform for you the University High School fight song. Dr. Bill Shepard for the continued support for the fine arts. The Mighty Trojan Band would also like to thank you fans for your support and kind words as we continue to mold our young adults into mature adults with a lifelong love and appreciation for the arts. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Hope you enjoyed our halftime activities here at Waco ISD Stadium as we get ready for the third quarter. University Trojans will get the ball first. And Coach, they need to find some offense. Just 70 yards of total offense in the first half to 339 for Belton.
Well, I think the scoreboard pretty much reflects that, don't you?
Certainly does. So the Trojans will send a couple of men deep. Robertson and Deaver. Waiting the kick from Lake Odell. 35-0 our score at the half. Tigers on top. Trojans looking for a comeback. Pop it up to the far side. Kenneth Woods with the football, looking to go up the far sideline, but is knocked out of bounds before he can really get up ahead of steam and knocked out at the 30-yard line. So that's where the Trojans will have the ball first to start the second half.
This sure would give this U-Dog offense a little confidence. They take this second half kick off and get a good drive going. Maybe not necessarily score, but heat up some of that clock, pick up 3 or 4 first downs.
Xavier Tomlinson had 9 carries in the first half for 26 yards. Joshua Browning was forced to carry the football 8 times for just 2 yards. Robinson touched it twice for 7 yards. Browning 3 of 8 in the passing department for 35 yards. Balanced offense, 35 yards passing and rushing, but 70 yards just not enough as Browning on the keeper gets 6 yards out to the 36-yard line.
Just a little zone read that time, and to be honest with you, it's a pretty nice game. Anytime you pick up 5 or 6 on that first down, that's not bad.
Coaches will take that every time. Trojans opt for the huddle offense, and Tigers go with the no-huddle offense. Send a receiver in motion. That's Robinson, and he gets the handoff, breaks it up the middle, and he'll have the first down. And forward progress will be stopped at the 41-yard line. He picks up 5 on the play.
That's a nice play, and Trojans made some adjustments evidently at halftime because they've come out and picked up pretty good yardage on the first 2 plays. Another good look at Leandre Robinson, only a sophomore. You'll be hearing a lot about that young man in the future, I promise.
Defender going to the sideline for the Tigers is Captain Tevin Jones, 200-pound senior, been replaced in that defensive line. 1st and 10, Browning looking to pass, gets away from a rush, still looking downfield for a possibility to throw the ball. Now they have to run with it. Gets it across the 45 to the 44, or excuse me, to the 34-yard line.
Kenneth Woods was going to come back and help him throw a block, and he slipped down on the turf. He might have picked up some distance. There's Woods right there. Got back up, but that's a good play that time by Joshua Browning. Young man's getting better with these snaps.
Picked up another 6 yards. Second down and 4 at the 47-yard line is where the football is in Trojan territory. Wide receiver to the top of the screen is Devontae Wilson, number 82. Inside trap handoff to Robinson, breaks around the corner and is mangled at the 45-yard line in Belton territory, but he's got another first down.
Finally brought down, I believe that was Carlton Shanks III that made the tackle that time. We can take one more look at it. Little inside counter, and here he comes. That's DeAndre Robertson, the young man we talked about. It's only a sophomore. This is his first varsity action tonight.
Picked up 8 yards on the play. First time tonight that the Trojans have had 2 first downs in the same possession. Send Woods in motion, now flags thrown. We're going to get a procedure penalty against the Trojans. They were only penalized, I believe, twice in the first half for 10 yards. So at that part of that facet of the game, they're doing very well.
That was against
ball.
Belton.
Oh, it was.
It's on the deep. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Okay. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 40. All offside. Move it to the 40-yard line. Race that 5 yards off of University's penalty ledger and put it on the side of Belton. Got them penalized 4 times for 25 yards. Different look in the backfield from what we've seen tonight for University. They handed off to the young man who lined up at tailback. That was Tomlinson, and Tomlinson was fighting everything he could to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think that's good pursuit that time on behalf of the Belton Tigers. Matt Chapman made the original hit, had a little help that time from Ryan Johnson. As you'll take another look at Tomlinson, you know where to run to, know where to hide.
Lost a yard on the play, his 10th carry of the night. He's got 25 yards. He and Browning have both carried the ball 10 times. University has had 24 rushing plays for 59 yards, with 3 of 8 passing for 35. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff, though, goes to Robinson. Robinson on the inside run. Gets it up to the 47-yard line. Going to be a couple of yards shy of the first.
I tell you, Jeffrey Mora, Joe Sanchez, some of those guys up front are opening up some nice holes for these U-Dogs. I don't know what Coach Willis told them at halftime. If they've come out in this second half and done exactly what they needed to do, in my opinion, to get a little confidence, move the football.
Playing a little bit more game speed than practice speed. Now they go with a 2 tight end set. Straight ahead goes Browning, and he will be able to get in behind that big offensive line and get the first down up to the 35. 3 first downs in the drive for University. And we can finally say it's a drive for the Trojans tonight.
Nice blocking up front that time by Kenny Lizama for the U-Dogs, as you see Trayvon Deaver coming out of the game right now. They've eaten them up about 4 minutes this third quarter, haven't they?
That they have. "35 yards away from pay dirt. Wilson to the far side. White, the receiver, to the inside, to the near side. Browning throws down the middle, and it is going to be knocked away. Nice defensive play in the defensive backfield by Belton's Matt Chapman.
You heard some of the U-Dog fans hollering they wanted the interference. That was just good defense, I thought.
Get a replay of it right here from ground level. I think maybe if he threw the ball just a little bit further, he might have been able to complete that for the 6.
That's just all you say. That's good defense that time by Matt Chapman. They were going for the gusto on that one.
Faces 2nd down and 10. That's the only pass they've attempted in this drive that started back at the 30-yard line. Hand off to Tomlinson, trying to get it outside, breaks it back inside because of the penetration by the defense. Gets a couple of yards up to the 33-yard line.
Joe Sanchez, another one of those big guys up front. unsung heroes, as I call them. You can ask any good running back, they're only as good as their offensive line.
Even Earl Campbell will tell you that.
Yep. I don't know. He might have done it with that one. If anybody could, he could.
3rd and 8 from the 33. They break the huddle with 20 seconds left on the play clock. A roll to his right. Browning able to stay on his feet, just kind of pinballed around between his offensive line and his defenders, but he ends up losing back to the 39-yard line.
Belton came on all-out blitz that time, and be kind of honest with you, Browning didn't have anywhere to go on this. There was a lot of white shirts coming in after him. This should bring up a punting situation or maybe a fake punt situation. Who knows?
Well, it's 4th and 14 at the 39 in Belton territory.
I believe they're going for it.
Yeah, they're down 5 touchdowns. You might as well.
Well, it's down 4 touchdowns a while ago and had 4th and 1, didn't go for it.
I understand. Two receivers to each side. Now they send a man in motion, fake the handoff to the motion man. Browning throws under pressure, and it's incomplete. So the ball will go over on downs to Belton at the Tigers' 39-yard line, but the Trojans held on to the football for almost half of the 3rd quarter. Belton gets the football with 6:18 left to go in the period.
Josh Browning's coming off rather gingerly. I don't know if he took a little lick on that last one or not, but I say he's all right. He'll be all right. Now they see if the Trojan defense had made any adjustments at the halftime, because Belton pretty much had their way with them because of Stafford to start with.
Stafford 13 of 22 in the first half passing, completes his first one here. Gets it into Trojan territory, down to the 38-yard line. Great catch there made by Tony Muldrew. There we go, Muldrew.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. But I tell you what, the Belton, here they are. They're lining up again.
Got 13 on the play. Handoff goes to Peoples. Peoples bounces it outside and takes it down to the 42-yard line for a 6-yard gain.
You know, from up here, Lark, he looks a lot bigger than 162 pounds.
He
does. What they list him, but he's got good power, but he's pretty shifty also.
Brings up a 2nd down and 4. Pass is a bit tall, and it's maybe picked off. No, they say it hit the turf. A great job, though, on the tip drill there by the Trojans, Myquan Deaver.
Coach Willis didn't like that call. It's right in front of us. This is you make the call right here.
I think the tip of the football hit the turf. I think he trapped it. So they got a 3rd and 4 at the 42. Stafford with the keeper is going to be very close to the 1st down.
Nice tackle that time on behalf of the U-Dogs. I believe that might have been Jeremiah Walker, maybe. I'm not for sure.
And he does pick up the 4 yards necessary for the 1st down to the 37-yard line. Actually, they give him 5. Stafford with a handoff to Peoples. Peoples straight ahead. Gets it about 7 yards down the field to the 30. This is a 2nd down and 3. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. A handoff to Peoples again. Tries to cut it back inside and will carry the pile down to the 25-yard line, and he'll have another Belton 1st down.
Just running behind those big old hogs up front. Like I say, 3 youngsters over 290, and you can see them right there, especially big number 77, Zach Shackelford. He's a good one.
Stafford on the roll, looking to pass, squares up, throws deep, and it's going to be knocked down, almost intercepted. Once again, there in the middle of the play for University is Myquan Deaver.
And after Deaver knocked him down, he started doing push-ups. Maybe that's a new thing, reckon.
Could be.
Flag on the play, it must be against Belton. I'm saying it's, I guess, procedure, or holding, I don't know. Tom will tell us, I hope.
Just the third time tonight that Stafford has been off the mark in back-to-back passing attempts.
Illegal motion on the offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
So another penalty against Belton, their 5th of the night for 30 yards. Pass is knocked down. Somebody in the line got a hand on it. I believe that was Anthony Bernal that got a hand up.
That's who I think it was. Anthony did a good job. So the Trojan defense has come out and played a little bit better this second half, and certainly the offense had a good drive, eating up some of the clock, but no points.
3rd and 10. Stafford on the screen pass, throws it into a crowd, and it's incomplete. Trojans smelled that one out very well.
Yes, they did. Looked like that's Jonathan Monroe that was one of the guys that first sniffed that one out. So is this punt time, or is it field goal time, or it's field goal time, I believe.
Well, we've seen Blake Odell hit on all 5 of his extra point attempts. He's going to attempt a 44-yard field goal here with the wind at his back. It is good.
Yep, barely, but it was good.
So from 44 yards out, Blake Odell gets the first points of the second half for the Belton Tigers.
That'll give him a little confidence as far as his kicking ability. Now that field goal wouldn't have been good from 45, I don't think.
It barely got over that crossbar, didn't it? So we've only had 2 possessions in this third quarter. There's 4:33 left to go in the period. After the Trojans took the initial possession of this quarter and picked up 3 first downs, getting the ball all the way to the Belton 39-yard line before they turned it over on downs. The Tigers march it all the way down to the 26-yard line with a couple of first downs and get the 44-yard field goal from Blake Odell to increase their lead to 38-0.
Lord, don't let me forget a little bit later on in the game, thank our crew. You guys doing a good job with all this new fancy high-tech equipment.
We got all kinds of new
Buttons,
equipment.
all kinds of stuff up there. I'm afraid to push anything.
Don't touch that. Once again, Odell will get that toe working. He's getting a workout tonight.
121 pounds, 5'5". Big leg.
Fair catch called for and made. It was Woods who made the catch. He didn't ask for the fair catch. Somebody else did. Woods was anxious to try to move the football upfield. Trojans will get it at their own 28-yard line.
Well, let's just see what Joshua Browning and company can do this time. Can they get some type of offense generated, which they did last time they had the football?
Trojans are sneaking up on 100 yards of total offense at 96 yards on 38 snaps. Belton, though, with 50 snaps, has 375 yards.
Not very good, Laura.
Well, there's everybody in motion before the snap. Somebody didn't know what was going on. We're going to have a 5-yard penalty for procedure
Prior to
against
the snap,
University.
false start on the offense. Too many men moving. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, you had Kenneth Woods going in motion, and you had Xavier Thompson going in motion. Everybody's going in motion.
They think we're in Canada?
I guess they do.
The Canadian team is in Grandview tonight, playing the Grandview Zebras.
And they go to Roseback next week.
It's not the same team?
No, but it's the team from Canada.
Yeah. Browning to pass, throws and it's incomplete. Looked like a square out attempt for Robinson, but off the mark.
That's a pretty long bus ride, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, from what I understand, that particular team that Grandview is playing goes to California every year to play a non-district game, so to speak. They just always have their fundraiser or whatever to make that trip to the United States. And somehow they managed to talk them into coming to Texas instead of California this year.
Well, they'll get to look at Baylor commit Zach Smith, big, tall quarterback that we saw here, 2 years ago, I guess, in the kickoff classic.
Mm-hmm. University is going to utilize one of their timeouts to try to figure out what to do here on 2nd down and 15.
Don't forget the University will be right back here next Friday night, as will we, as they host a relatively new team, Georgetown Eastview. You know, Georgetown had one high school for so many years. I think this is the 2nd year for Eastview, if I'm not mistaken.
Meanwhile, the Waco Lions have their first action here at Waco ISD Stadium on Saturday, the 3rd game of this Derek Johnson Heart of Texas Kickoff Classic. They'll take on Harker Heights. Then they'll have their first road game next week when they go to another relatively new school, College Station High.
Yeah. You remember when it used to be Bryan High School? Then
That's
it was
all they
A&M
had.
Consolidated. Now, Brian Rudder. They got them all down there now.
What was the Dickey kid that was Curtis Dickey?
Yep.
Yeah, Bryan High School.
He wasn't a bad hand, was he?
Yeah, he was. Browning steps up in the pocket now, will be flushed and takes it up the middle of the field and will have the 15-plus yards needed for the first down.
Nice run by Josh Browning. I think he might have been taking ball carrying lessons from Randy Price, carrying it like a loaf of bread. That's very dangerous. By the way, I understand Randy Price is running 2nd-team quarterback at Texas State right now.
That's very good. 17 yards on the pickup for Browning.
And Jordan Randolph and Quentin Trice, both former Trojans, are down at Blinn College, both doing quite well.
Very good. 4 minutes and counting left in the 3rd quarter here. Just one score in this 3rd quarter, and that was a 44-yard field goal for Belton. Browning again keeps the football, finds a little bit of a cutback lane, and gets 4 yards of it out of the 44-yard line.
Josh Browning is pretty tall, youngster, 6'1", about 170.
That's his 14th carry of the night for 31 yards. He is the leading ball carrier now for University, despite a couple of plays where he lost yardage, especially one where he lost 25 due to a bad snap.
That goes against him, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Quick pass out in the flat. That is a lateral that ends up going out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
That was intended for old Leandre Robertson that time, but I'm like you, Lark. That was a lateral. They're lucky it went out of bounds. There's a good-looking coach, Keith Willis. I know right now it's very frustrating for him. You look up there and you see his 38th is it, but like old Leroy Coleman used to say, you have to keep pounding the rock.
Lose 5 yards on that play. So it makes it 3rd and 11 from the 39. Woods comes to the near side. Wright is in the slot. Browning steps up, completes it to Wright, and Wright has the first down into Belton territory down to the 47-yard line. 14 yards on the pickup.
Wright's a little slow getting up right now. So there's Jerry Williams out there checking him out along with Keith Willis.
3rd catch of the night for Wright for 33 yards.
That's a cramp, what that is. That's a cramp. Just take another look at it and see if you can see a nice play here, nice throw, nice catch by Wright. And when you see as soon as he goes down, he knew something wasn't right. He said, uh-oh, I got a cramp. And there's nothing worse than a cramp. Well, I'm not saying nothing worse, but it's bad.
Jerry Williams carries some pickle juice in that bag.
Yeah. There's the folks enjoying it tonight. Look at that youngster, that little girl, mom and dad having a good time at the WISD Stadium.
Picked up the first down, so it's 1st and 10 at Belton's 47-yard line with 2:51 left to go. Handoff goes to Tomlinson. He leaps forward for about 5.
Boy, he just like the eyelash that time breaking that thing. If he got by that last tackle, he might have gone to the house.
His 12th carry of the night for 32 yards. that 5-yard loss by Browning a moment ago on the lateral. That now makes Tomlinson the Trojans' leading ground gainer with 32 yards on 12 carries. Wide receiver to the far side is Deaver. Woods is to the near side. On the inside handoff. Robinson finds nothing there, and as he tries to break out of jail, he's recaptured quickly.
I still don't know how Keith Woodis did it, but he coerced somehow Tom and Sam Prass to come back and help him coach this year. So it's good for those guys. And I know the principal, Bill Shepard, the assistant principal, Torrell Lord Jr. And I have to say something about their secretary over there, Tina Finley. Boy, what a sweet young lady. Remember when her son played for the university a couple of years ago.
Yes, sir. 3rd and 10 after that 5-yard loss. 3 receivers to the left. Fake the handoff, pass into traffic, and a flag going to be called for interference as Nate Williamson was in position to catch the ball, but he got hit before the ball got there.
I think that was an excellent call that time from our vantage point.
Browning's pass intended for number 9, Williamson.
Gives University new life.
Interference against Belton will be the 6th time that they've been penalized tonight. Moves it all the way down to the 32-yard line. And I believe that's the first major penalty we've had stepped off tonight for 15 yards. Woods will come to the near side. Still 20 seconds left on the play clock. Excuse me, that's not Woods, that's Deaver. Handoff to Tomlinson. Just a couple of yards up to the 30 before his forward progress is stopped.
Led by a host of Belton Tigers, led by Chris Jones that time. As this clock is winding down, this 3rd quarter moving quite rapidly, a little quicker than we're used to compared to last night.
Belton's only had the ball once in this 3rd quarter. Trojans have dominated the clock here in the 3rd period. Browning brings him up to the line. Gets the snap with 6 seconds left on the play clock. On the option, keeps it, and gets it up to the 30, just a 2-yard gain.
I tell you what, Lark, that's something you don't see much anymore as option, you know?
No, you don't.
You see a lot of zone read, but not the option. I would imagine Trojans may let this clock run out, so they'll get the win in the 4th quarter.
They will stay in the huddle as the clock winds down the final 5 seconds of this 3rd quarter. As we head to the final 12 minutes, our score is Belton 38 and University nothing. Let's check down on the field with our 3rd member, Pat Atkins. Pat?
But you know it is always my favorite interview of the year to get to talk to the cheerleaders. I'm down here with 3 of the senior University High Trojan cheerleaders. And Demi, let's start with, everybody sees you guys standing on this sideline, but it really takes a lot of work to be a high school cheerleader.
Oh yes, it does. We have camp in July. For a couple weeks we learn about 3 dances. Jim comes and teaches us to show off at our pep rallies. It's a lot of work.
And Tiara, this year your squad is trying to start a new tradition for University High.
Oh yes, sir. We're doing this new thing called Spirit Day. So every Friday we're going to have a different dress-up theme. And this Friday was Tie Up the Tigers, so we wore tie-dye and ties to support our football guys.
Fantastic. And Bella, not only are y'all doing the Spirit Days, but y'all do a lot at the school to really increase school spirit.
To increase our school spirit, we decorate football locker rooms, paint signs, have amazing pep rallies. We work hard all week to make our Friday game the best.
Bart, Butch, y'all give me a hard time about hanging out with cheerleaders, but I've been most of the 3rd quarter with these ladies. They are absolutely delightful, and it's been a lot of fun. Back up to you guys for the 4th quarter.
All right, Pat, thank you very much.
I'm sure he has spent most of the 3rd quarter with them.
Yeah.
You know what hymns I do.
Coach, in that 3rd quarter, the Trojans ran 21 plays to just 10 for Belton. And the Trojans still have the football to start the 4th quarter. They're facing a 3rd and 8 at the 30-yard line. Browning on the roll, looking to square his shoulders, but just can't get around the corner and get it done as Garrett Trout is there to knock him out of bounds.
That was a nice tackle that time by Trout. I feel like that time, if Joshua would have just took off from the get-go, he would have picked up some good yardage. He was a little bit hesitant. All that will come with experience.
So it's 4th down and 11 from the 33. The Trojans will once again go for it here on 4th down in Belton territory and down 38-0. 3 receivers to the right. The only receiver to the near side is Devontae Wilson, and now a whistle and a procedure call against University.
Down.
Got that just the 4th time for University to be penalized, and all are 5-yard penalties.
I think now Coach Willis has decided to punt the football after that penalty, which is probably a pretty good move. You don't give him too good field position.
He's got a pretty good punter. Gustavo Ortega has shown us some stuff tonight as the punter, but he punts this one straight up in the air, trying to keep it in play. It takes a Belton bounce and ends up at the 31-yard line. Coach, that's just a 7-yard punt.
Not a very good punt. I think he was trying to pooch kick it out of bounds, and it just didn't. Got too much pooch in it, I guess.
So Belton takes the football with 11 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the contest. And the Tigers have a 38-0 lead.
I know Stafford probably needs the experience, but I believe if I'm Coach Shipley, I may let him rest a little bit and get some other kids a little chance to play.
Well, I think we're going to get a new face at quarterback. If I can catch the number there. Handoff goes to Olajuwon Taylor. He goes straight up the middle of the field. He has pretty good yardage. That is Hagan Tibbetts, number 12 at the quarterback. Taylor gets from the 32 out to the 44. Pickup of 12 yards on the play, and we got a timeout for an injury for the Trojans.
Yeah, Jerry Williams has been a busy man tonight. I hope that's another cramp. I don't know that it is, but I think so. It looks like it is, and that young man is Bobby Browning, the caveman.
Get him to the sideline, get that cramp worked out, get him back on the field.
You ever had a cramp during the night?
Yes, I have.
Did you get to come out of the bed?
Yes, sir. Handoff goes to Peoples, who bounces it outside, looking for some blockers, and gets them as he gets around the corner and has another 10 yards.
I'm very impressed with Davion Peoples. I mean, there's no question about it. It's for only a sophomore. That guy's got a lot of savvy. And how many yards does he have tonight, Laura?
Well, with that carry, he's got 13 for 99 yards.
Yes, he's going to get that century mark next time he carries it, most likely.
Another 1st and 10 from the University 45. Olajuwon Taylor manages to keep his feet and gets positive yardage out of the play that should have been negative.
He should have been sacked for about a 7 or 8 yard loss. How he got out of it, I don't know.
So to the 42, he picks up 3 yards on the play. That's his 4th carry of the night for 19 yards. Clock rolling, under 10:15 left to go. Keeper by Tibbetts will take it to the 39-yard line. First carry of the night for Tibbetts as he takes over at quarterback for Shane Stafford.
Jonathan Moore made the initial hit that time, I believe, for the U-Dogs.
Once again, a handoff inside to Taylor, and Taylor's going to be very close to the 1st down at the 35-yard line.
It looks like that was Jonathan Monroe in on that tackle again. Had a little help from Jacob Maldonado that time.
Taylor gets the 1st down from the 35. Tibbetts looks to the sideline to get the change of play. And Belton will call a timeout.
Yeah, the Tippets didn't know exactly what the plan was. They kept looking over, and he's a little bit confused, so he said, I'll just call timeout. Remember, following the game will be a visit with an offensive MVP, defensive MVP, and the winning coach is whoever our committee selects will be talking to those folks after the game.
That's a lateral to Peoples. Peoples looking to find some running room and basically gets back the 5 yards that they'd lost. Coach, when did they lose 5 yards? Was there a flag a moment ago that we didn't notice?
I didn't see it.
Apparently so. They just got it back. Taylor slides a would-be tackler and stays on his feet up to the 25 and has the first down.
That's good second effort that time by Olajuwon. At some point in time, we need to acknowledge our crew because these folks have really done a good job with all this new equipment, and so if we have an opportunity, we'll acknowledge them a little bit later.
Straight up the middle goes Peoples. He's inside the 20 down to the 18. Picked up another 8 yards on the play. Peoples gone over the 100-yard mark as you predicted, 112 yards now. Taylor bounces around the left side and spins his way down to the 10. Pickup of 8 on the play for Taylor.
Coach Shipley has opted to keep this football on the ground, eat up some clock. With a 38-point lead, you can do that. He's playing a lot of folks tonight, too.
First and goal, checking into the backfield is number 44, C.J. Jones. Jones ends up being the blocker for Taylor, and Taylor gets 4 yards down to the 6.
Big old offensive line.
Taylor now rolling up the yards, 8 carries for 45 yards. That's 5 yards a clip. Close to. Handoff once again to Taylor, sniffing the end zone, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown from 6 yards out.
He just ran over some folks that time. I say he's got good power and also very shifty.
Took him 11 plays to go 68 yards. Ate up quite a bit of the fourth quarter clock. Point after is put on the board by Odell. So with 7:32 left to go in the contest, our new score is Belton 45 and University nothing. Here we see Olajuwon Taylor get into the end zone.
Yep, he actually just ran over Joaquin McKinney that time, who only weighs like 160-something pounds. But Taylor's a good running back. This is like I say, a Belton team. I don't know they'll contend for the district title, but I'm very impressed with the Stafford youngster, to be quite honest with you.
68 yards and 11 plays. Took 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And all of that on the ground by the Tigers.
The marching 100 from Belton High School. You know, Bob Shipley has been around a while, and one time he coached at Graham, and he coached at Brownwood, and he's down at Texas for a year or two, and then
was at Coppell for a year.
Yeah, he's
burned it for a couple of years.
He's at Belton. Like I say, he's moved around a lot, and I think he's down at Texas. I think he finally decided high school football's where his heart is, so he came back, got a good job at Belton.
And he's not that far away from 40 acres where he can go watch Jackson Shipley play.
No.
Odell kicks it to the far side. Kenneth Woods has the football and loses the football. They scramble for it at the 25-yard line, and Belton believes they have the football. With the football at the bottom of the pile is Quay Miller for Belton, and the fumble gives Belton one more chance for their offense.
I wonder what Kenneth Woods was trying to do here. Was they going to try to run some kind of reverse or something? The ball just actually, you saw it just slipped out of his hand. Very unfortunate, but Belton recovers it. And now they're going to try to put 50 plus on the board.
Mentioned coaches moving around. You know who's at Austin Westlake now?
Who's that?
Todd Dodge.
Yeah. They ran him off at Marble Falls.
They did?
Yep.
Handoff goes to Taylor. Taylor keeps his feet. Finally, shoestring tackle brings him down at the 6. A 20-yard pickup for Taylor.
Todd Dodge has been run off at Cameron, North Texas, and Marble Falls.
Well, now he's coaching where his father-in-law used to be the coach and athletic director, Eddie Neptune. First and goal at the 6-yard line for Belton.
And knocking on the door again, Lord.
13 seconds left on the play clock as Tibbetts finally gets the play and delivers it to the rest of his ball club. And we have motion in the backfield. I believe it was 44, C.J. Jones, who tried to get a head start.
Prior to the snap.
We'll see these same Belton Tigers in what, about 3 weeks back here, 3 or 4 weeks when they come to town to take on Waco High line.
That'll be 4 weeks. It'll be the last non-district game of the year for Waco High. First and goal at the 11 now for Belton after their 8th penalty of the night for just 55 yards. Taylor with the football, looking for a cutback lane, and just buries himself forward up to the 9-yard line for a gain of 2.
This U-Dog defense got to be getting a little bit winded, I would think, because they played better this second half, but they were on the field a lot that first half.
Held the Tigers to just 10 points in this second half after yielding 35 in the first half, 21 in the first quarter. Second and goal, just inside the 10. Tibbetts gives it off to Taylor, and Taylor's going to be dropped in the backfield all the way back to the 15-yard line, a 6-yard loss. Somebody shot the gap and got there in a hurry.
Saw 6 Trojans in on that tackle. That's good pursuit. I know they're playing some game there or what, but don't let that young man fall off there. That's all I'm telling you.
Third and goal from the 15. See if Bob Shipley pulls out a pass play for his backup quarterback, Tibbetts. Tibbetts is a senior, 6'1", 170. He's also played some wide receiver tonight. In fact, he caught one pass for 3 yards early. Going to stay on the ground, and Tibbetts keeps it himself. On the zone read, he'll get back to the 13-yard line, just a 2-yard gain for Tibbetts. Brings up 4th and goal, and most likely we'll see another field goal attempt, Coach.
Yeah, Tibbetts is a good little operator, getting some good experience, but you can tell right there it's a different ball club when Stafford's not in there. He makes a big difference.
So Blake Odell comes out with the tee. Bobby Potvin will do the holding. They'll try to stretch the lead to 48. They'll hit from 44 yards earlier. He's able to hit this one from 28.
Now, how can a young man that's 5'5", 120 pounds kick the ball that far? Strong leg, I guess.
Yeah. Good technique. Kind of like your golf swing.
Kind of like my who?
Your golf swing.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I thought you said.
So Belton takes advantage of the turnover. University fumbling the kickoff return. Belton takes over the 26-yard line. And in 5 plays, they settle for a 28-yard field goal by Odell to stretch their lead to 48-0. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in this game.
Look at that young lady, Lord. She's just as cute as a speckled puppy. I wish she would have turned around. I tell you one thing, I hadn't changed swing coaches as often as Tiger Woods has.
Frank Trampolina, he qualifies as a swing coach.
Side. He's,
yeah,
kind of messes me up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of my problem.
That's what you get for playing with left-handed golf.
Yeah. He uses left-handed golf balls, too.
Now that I don't doubt. Trojans get Eastview next week here at Waco ISD Stadium. Their first road game will be a Thursday game in 2 weeks at Leo Buckley Stadium against Harker Heights, who you and I get to see tomorrow.
Yes, sirree.
Robinson picks up the kickoff, and he's trying to pick up some wall of purple blockers. Unable to do so as Belton stays on pursuit, and he gets it out to the 21-yard line.
But I guess the more snaps that Joshua Browning gets, the better he will be, because what the young man needs is experience. You're down to 48 to zip. You're just trying to get this rascal over with and go back to drawing board and come back next week.
He is 4 of 12 passing for 49 yards. He's also carried the ball 17 times for 23 yards. The Trojans have run 48 snaps for 125 yards to Belton's 65 snaps for 479 yards. All of that, of course, unofficial. Joshua Browning, the quarterback, hands it off to Xavier Tomlinson. Tomlinson finds some running room around the left side and helicopters his way up to the 28-yard line for a 7-yard gain. For Tomlinson, his 14th carry of the night for 41 yards. Clock under 4 minutes to go here at Waco ISD Stadium. Season opener for the University Trojans and the Belton Tigers, and it's been all Belton in this one. They scored the first 21 points in the first quarter. Browning with the flip out in the flat to Tomlinson, and Tomlinson wanted to make sure that wasn't a lateral. It was an incompletion because the whistles blew. 13th pass attempt tonight for Browning. Browning, a junior at 6'1", 170 pounds, making his first start on the Trojan varsity. 3rd and 3 facing the Trojans at the 28-yard line. Handoff goes to Tomlinson. He squirts through, and a good spin move gets him out to the 35 and picks up the first down, a new set of downs for the Trojan offense. Picked up 7 yards on that play for Tomlinson. That's his 15th carry tonight for 48 yards. Trojans, though, as a team, still not busted the 100-yard mark on the ground. 38 rushes for 90 yards. On the first down, pass is threaded right in between two defenders, but coming up with the interception is Richard Kimball for Belton. Threw that one into traffic, and the interception gives the ball to Belton with 2:58 left to play.
All right, Nark, we got our players of the game as decided on by our committee. Another look at it. Our offensive MVP for Belton is Shane Stafford. No surprise. Defensive MVP, Tevin Jones. We'll be visiting with those two folks, and Bob Shipley following the football game.
Belton has one more chance to put points on the board if they wish, or they may just try to run out the final 2:58 of this one after getting their second turnover of the second half. Yep, take that back. Apparently something happened so that the ball goes back to University. Apparently they called that an incomplete pass. My mistake. So they hand it off to Robinson, and Robinson on second down gets about 5 yards out to the 40.
Mark, after this play, I'll be making my way down to visit with Shane Stafford, Tevin Jones, and Bob Shipley. You'll be joining me down there at a little bit later.
That I will. Under pressure, Browning throws in the flat, completes it Out to Nate Williamson. Williamson with his first catch tonight. Gets the ball into Belton territory. All the way down to the 45-yard line. And Belton's into the field. Picked up 20 on the play. Clock stopped with the man going out of bounds at 2:16. Trojans would like to get on the scoreboard. Once again, a miscommunication in the backfield. Ball on the ground, a fumble. And the Belton Tigers say they have it, and they do at midfield. Coming up with the fumble is Kofi McDonald. So that definitely is a turnover. The second of the quarter for University, and Belton will get the football with 2:10 left to play. And get it right at midfield. So a couple of turnovers late spoil the opportunity for University to put points on the board. Belton looking to possibly run out the clock to keep the ball on the ground with C.J. Jones running for about 5 yards into Trojan territory. Belton with 40 rushes for 267 yards, 14 of 26 passing for 216 yards. First 3 touchdowns came through the air. The next 3 came on the ground. Also got a couple of field goals tonight. That accounts for the 48 points on the board. And off to a new running back. That's Elias Smith with the football. 150-pound senior. He rumbles up ahead for a gain of about 2. Brings up 3rd down and 3 at the University 43-yard line. Clock under a minute now as the quarterback, Hagan Tibbetts, watches the play clock and doesn't turn around until there's 10 seconds left on that play clock. He'll hand it off once again to Elias Smith, and Smith is met about as soon as he gets the football and dropped for a 2-yard loss. It brings up 4th down and 8, but the clock continues to roll. There's 30 seconds left on the play clock and 33 on the game clock, so Belton does have to snap the ball one time on this 4th down to run out the clock. They're going to have to do it right as that play clock reaches the final seconds. All Tibbetts is going to have to do is run around with the football for about 4 seconds. He's unable, though, to stay on his feet for those 4 seconds, but they do run out the clock, and the University Trojans will go down defeat in the season opener tonight to the Belton Tigers by a score of 48-0. Stay where you are. When we come back, we'll have our post-game interviews right here on Waco ISD TV.
All right, back at Waco ISD Stadium where the Belton Tigers has handily defeated University tonight in the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. Our defensive player of the game is Tevin Jones. Our offensive player is Shane Stafford. First, Tevin, you guys struggled a little bit last year defensively. You think you're going to be a little bit better this year on the defensive side?
Yes, sir. I think the whole part is us just letting last year go, you know. Most people come out here and doubt us, and we just got to come out here and play our game, get better, listen to the coach, and we believe in him, and just do what we do.
What is the big difference that Coach Shipley has brought to this program?
I think it's the mindset and, like, determination, you know. Last year, I'm like, no downs to Coach Southern, but we just weren't there mentally. And this year, I think we're just sharp and we're focused and we're determined. And we just had to let last year go. So
I'll say one thing, you guys defensively flew the football tonight. You had a lot of white jerseys around the ball. That's good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you know, I told the defense we can't come out here and we can't let last year get in the way. We just got to stick and do our job. Coach Schaefer's doing a real good job of keeping us, you know, in shape and getting us prepared for this game. So, yeah.
What does it mean to you to play in this Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic? And I'm sure you know who Derek Johnson is, and to get the defensive MVP.
It's an honor, honestly. Derek, he's a great player. Played 3 years here at Waco and UT, and he's just one of those people that you look up to and you want to craft your game after. So yeah, it's an honor, honestly.
Good luck down the line. You bet. All right, let's bring in over Shane Stafford, and I'll tell you what, I'm showing my age now, but you're the third Stafford I've interviewed, going back to your grandfather. The first interview I ever did was with your dad when he was playing for Temple, Bob McQueen, and now you. And let me tell you, this offense, you've got a lot of weapons.
Yes, sir. I mean, last year we lost a couple key guys, but this year we've got some young guys stepping up, and they're really making some plays when we need them to.
Is there any extra pressure on you being Brett Stafford's son?
A little bit, just kind of living up to his hype, but he's done a good job of keeping me humbled and just telling me to be myself.
I asked you the same thing I asked Tevin. Now, what has Coach Shipley brought to the table?
Like Tevin said, I mean, he's brought a whole new mindset, determination, enthusiasm, passion. He's trying to unite this team into one and making us play as a unit instead of as individuals, and that's really brought this team closer.
Did you prefer to run the football or pass the football?
Whatever gets first downs, it's all that matters.
Okay, you got some good receivers, got some good running backs. That big 32, only a sophomore, he's a pretty good hand.
Yes, sir, he sure is. He came up good tonight. Our starting running back had the injury bug, so Dada had to come in tonight, and he played really well. I was proud of him.
What does it mean for you playing in the Derek Johnson Classic to get the offensive MVP?
Like Tevin said, it's an honor, and I've watched Derek since I've been growing up, and it's just being in his presence was real exciting.
All right, good luck in the future.
All right, thank you.
Let's see if we can cut Coach Shipley in here right quick. He's visiting with the Derek Johnsons. Coach, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
How you
I
doing?
appreciate it.
You can't win them all if you don't win the first.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's just a relief to have that first and over with because I didn't have any idea where we were as a football team. We didn't scrimmage very well last week and made a lot of mistakes, busted a lot of routes and so forth. And, I thought it was good that our kids came out and hitting on all cylinders tonight in the first half, and that was good to see.
Well, there's no question last year Belton really struggled defensively. Have you seen an improvement on the defense side of the ball?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's one game, but it is nice to pitch a shutout the very first game, and I was a little disappointed. They have an incredible quarterback. He's a great runner. I thought, man, if they just drop back and let him scramble every time, I don't know if we could stop him. But he did a really good job tonight and exposed some containment problems with their defense. But, we gave up some third down conversion second half, but we were able to, to hold them out. So I'm proud of him.
I thought that Stafford handled himself very well out there. He kind of handled the football game, threw the ball when he needed to, and ran it when he needed to.
Yeah, he did. He did do a good job, and he was, he's in charge of keeping this offense fast-paced. We ran about 54 plays in the first half, and, I've been in games before. We didn't run that in the whole game, so I love the 40-second clock. It helps us tempo. We're not going to be faster than most people we play. We may not be bigger, may not be more athletic, but, we can be in great shape and tempo people and wear them down through the game and take advantage of what they give us defensively, and I thought we did a fairly good job of that today.
I might argue with you on that bigger. You got some pretty good sized fellas.
Yeah, we do. But have you seen the boys over at Cove and Shoemaker and Parker Heights and Killeen?
Coach, you've coached a lot of high schools around Texas, spent some time down at the University of Texas. But is high school you coaching your true calling?
Oh, there is no doubt about it. Last year was a great experience for me with Mac Brown and the University of Texas, but it was a really I felt like I was playing hooky every Friday night, and I wasn't where I was supposed to be. So I'm glad to be back on the sidelines, and hopefully, what to me winning is molding these young men into to great men, and that's what it's all about. That's what winning is to me, And if you can teach us some discipline and play hard and work through hard times and win some ball games, and that's great too. But I love being around high school age kids, and they have been a joy to be around so far at Belton.
Plus, you're pretty close to Austin to go see old Jackson play.
There's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt. We're heading up there tomorrow.
All right, good luck to you in the future.
Thank you
bet
very much. I appreciate
Bring old Larky in and wrap her up.
Okay, we've got 2 games down, and both of them have been kind of blowouts. I think we're going to see a little bit better ball game on Saturday with Waco High and Harker Heights.
That should be a good one. Harker Heights got a fine quarterback. They've got a lot of speed. Waco High's got DJ Scott. I don't know if he's 100% yet, but their biggest concern is their offensive line, and they're going to need that against Heights.
Well, tonight it's the Belton Tigers over the University Trojans by a score of 48-0. For Butch Henry, I'm Lark Smith. Good night from Waco ISD TV.